Yeah, yeah. Your boy's live. Boy's live. How you doing? So now I gotta wait for YouTube to let you know that I'm live, which YouTube just did. So now you know that I'm live. So there's some good stuff. So now the jig is up. Tube knows that I'm live. Now we will have people trickle in here. I see we got Juan out there. Yes, yes, yes. And let me tweet this out. And we're gonna do the damn thing. We're gonna do hey Christina, how you doing? How are you? How are you? In here? You know, one of the cool things about being a creator and having a platform. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. One of the cool things about being a creator and having a platform is that when I have something on my mind and I want to talk about it, all I have to do is hit a go live button and I am immediately broadcasting to my entire fan base or whoever decides to show up at that particular time. So we got right now we got Juan, we got the Red, Christina's in the cup, we got Mike, we got Tish. Hey Tish, Mark. What's up, Mark? How y'all doing? What's going on? Give me a second here, because apparently my throat wants to get goofy now that I'm live, which is ridiculous. So right now there is a lively discussion going on Twitter between a few creators, and we're talking about, or they're talking about, reviews and how does one go about doing a proper review and things like that. So basically, the TLDR of this whole situation is that Samsung sent out their S20 Ultras to reviewers, a week before the phone's actually going to sell to the mass public. And reviewers are finding that the autofocus on the Ultra, the S20 Ultras, is very suspect. Now, is this really a big deal? Yes and no. It can be fixed with a firmware update or a software update in the future. And I mean, eventually down the road, this will be all forgotten when Samsung issues the update. But right now, the Galaxy S20 Ultra and the rest of the Galaxy lineup is scheduled to go on sale to the public next Friday, in a week. Samsung, I think, came out with a statement saying that they are aware of the issues and they are working on an update, but they have no timetable for when that update will be released. So the question now becomes, as a reviewer, do you review the device in the state that Samsung gave it to you, or do you put out a review and gloss over the issues and just let your audience know, or your viewers know, or your readers, whatever type of reviewer you are, that there are software updates coming in the future, this, that, and the other, and you don't really highlight the obvious glitches with the phone as it stands? Because right now, if any of you guys in the audience right now, if you ordered an S20 Ultra, your S20 Ultra more than likely will have these autofocus issues. But the debate going on Twitter is whether or not reviewers should disclose issue with pre-release devices. Listen, man, let me tell you how I feel about this, because I know we all do things differently. We all run our businesses differently. Why? Okay, Monty, what is going on with my StreamYard? But okay, we're good. When I do my reviews, right, I do my reviews like I would want to be taught to. So I've been watching YouTube for 10 plus years, whatever the case may be. I've watched thousands of reviews on YouTube. Why is StreamYard tripping tonight? What are you doing? Get it together, StreamYard. Damn. I'm trying to talk here. I'm trying to talk. All right, I think we're back. So when I'm watching reviews on YouTube, as a consumer, if I'm considering buying a device, I want to know everything that's going on with that device right then and there. I don't really care if it's pre-release devices or software or not. I want to know everything. So, and so my aim as a reviewer now, being that I'm on the other side of the glass, being that now I am a reviewer, my aim is to tell you, my audience, everything that's happening with a device in real time. I don't really care if it's a pre-release device or pre-release software. If a company is giving me the device in that condition, I'm going to review it in that condition. I don't really care if it's going to get a software update in the future. That makes no difference to me, because more than likely, the way I got it is the way you're going to get it. So you need to know everything that's going on with that device right then and there. So this really comes into play when we talk about Samsung in particular, because remember, the Galaxy Fold, the version 1, the one that crapped out and review and broke within 2 days, that was the version that you were going to get. They were set to put that version, they were set to give you that version of the Fold in a week. They gave it to reviewers a week beforehand because that's how companies do. They give the reviewers a week before the actual device goes on sale to review it, this, that, and the other. So you all were set to get that version 1 of the Galaxy Fold as it was before the reviewer found out that it was absolute garbage and it needed to be taken back to the lab and redone. So have reviewers gloss over those obvious flaws of the Fold, you might have gotten a very different Galaxy Fold from what you got. Now, obviously, Samsung had to delay the Galaxy Fold. They took it back to the lab. They cleaned up some hardware issues, and then they re-released it about 6 months later, and you got a better product because of it. But have viewers glossed over those issues because they were pre-release devices, the Galaxy Fold would have been a complete train wreck. And I see you guys saying that the fix is hypothetical. The fix isn't hypothetical. The fix isn't hypothetical, but the fix does not exist. Okay? So until the fix actually exists, you got to review that hardware as if in its current state. You can't review it based on potential. That's another problem I have with these companies, man. A lot of these companies are releasing half-baked devices and things like that because they know that somewhere down the line, they can patch it up with software if need be. That is a bunch of crap. And the reason why that is a bunch of crap is because even though they're releasing that half-baked hardware, they are charging you full price for that half-baked product. So they're going to charge you full price. Actually, no, let me rephrase this. They're going to charge you 100% of the price for 50% of the product. And they expect you to pay 100% of the price for 50% of the product. Are you okay with that? I don't know if I'm okay with that. Maybe you're okay with that. But again, it's one of these things where, as a reviewer, if they give me 50% of a product and that 50% is going to go on sale to the mass public in a week, I need to let you know that the product is operating at 50%. So you got to make the decision as a consumer and a viewer. Once I tell you that the product is operating at 50% of its potential, when it goes on sale to you, then it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to go out there and spend 100% of the price on 50% of the product. But my job as a reviewer is to let you know that, yes, this product is not going to be fully ready at prime time, but you can still go out and buy it. That's up to you. But I'm not going to say, I'm not going to hold back information from you guys because I got some type of brand loyalty and stuff like that. No. That is not how this works. I am a reviewer. I review what I have. I don't do my review based on potential. I do my reviews based on what a company gives me to review. If you give me a good product, then most of the time, I'm going to tell my people it's a good product. It's cool. If you give me a half-baked product, I'm going to tell my people you're giving me a half-baked product and they're trying to sell you a half-baked product. Oh, we got Juan Bagnell out there. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Juan? How you doing? Says Samsung banks on the excitement of getting the phone early, and reviewers know that helps their YouTube analytics work to improve their revenue. Yeah, I don't like it. Here's the thing. I like me. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty new to the YouTube thing, so I haven't got too. I have no idea why my StreamYard is crapping out tonight. This makes no damn sense to me, but whatever. But yeah, I don't have an issue with companies giving out devices early. The issue comes where if there is an issue with that pre-release device or that early release device and the reviewer holds back information that could be a make or break deal breaker for the consumer because they have some type of brand loyalty and they want to keep getting review devices, that is a problem. You are intentionally misleading the viewer if you don't let them know what's going on with that device as you have it right then and there. Why would you do that? I come on these live streams each and every week, and I tell you guys the main thing about the relationship between creator and viewer is the credibility, and you build that credibility by building trust. My viewers, you all, everybody that's watching this live stream right now, you're watching the live stream because over the last 3 years, you have heard me talk enough to know that I'm credible and you respect my thoughts and my judgments on products and services and just things in the tech space. You 39 of you, 41 of you would not be watching me if you didn't have the trust in me to deliver the information to you. So with that being known and knowing that I built that credibility with you all, why would I hold back on a potential flaw of a phone to friend some brand when that completely like that shortchanges you as the viewer? You don't know the full detail because I won't release it because I'm friends with Samsung. I'm friends with Apple. Hell no. No. That is not what we do here. That is not what a reviewer does. I review what I get. Now, this is kind of funny to me because we're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra and it having autofocus issues before it goes on sale next week. The funny thing is, the word that I use a lot on my channel immediately is the word that I made up. And I don't know how many of you all know the story of how I made up that word, but I made up the word immediately during my Galaxy S9 review. And the reason why I made up that word immediately during my Galaxy S9 review was because the autofocus was trash. That's right. And I remember saying, I need Samsung to fix this autofocus, not immediately. The very birth of one of my catchphrases come from Samsung not getting their autofocus right. So you mean to tell me we're 2 years later and I'm still talking about Samsung's autofocus? What? Are you serious right now? Wow. It blows my mind. I brought this up 2 years ago in my S9 review about how Samsung's autofocus is trash and it needs work. And here we are 2 years later. They're about to release the S20 Ultra, and reviewers that got early copies are saying the same thing that I've said for 2 years. Your autofocus is trash. Why is it so hard for Samsung to focus on and fix autofocus? I don't get this. It's always been trash. It was trash on the Note 8. It was trash on the S9. It was suspect on the Note 10 and the S10. And it's still suspect on the S20 Ultra? What are you doing? Wow. Come on, man. What is going on? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. 2 years later, and we're still talking about the damn autofocus. Like, what are you doing, Samsung? What are you doing? Now, to be fair to brands and things like that, brands that do give out early review units and things like that, I think like Andrew Edwards was saying on Twitter, if a brand is knowingly giving out half-baked products, but they give you a statement or whatever, if they give you like a disclaimer, letting you know that they realize that it's half-baked, but they're working on it and things like that, then that's cool. You should definitely disclose that information to your viewers. If the brand knows that there's an issue with the hardware as it's being released to the mass public, but they know they're working on it actively, then yes, as a reviewer, you should tell your audience that yes, Samsung is aware of the issue, but they're actively working to fix it, and then they'll go from there. But again, if you give me a review unit and the autofocus is trash, I'm not going to hide that information from my viewer, even if it is a pre-release unit. Because again, Samsung did not give a timetable for when the autofocus fix would be implemented. So I fully expect when you guys get your Galaxy S20 Ultras next week, they will all have autofocus issues, or some of them, or whatever the case may be, they will have autofocus issues. So again, why would I not disclose that information to you when I'm reviewing my early review unit? Not that I have one, because I don't have an early review unit. I'm just going off of what I see on Twitter here about how The Verge and all these other type of publications are saying the same thing. The autofocus is garbage. And Samsung's like, we don't have a timetable. And I'm just like, why would you hold that information back? Like, why would you do that? It's just like you gotta be honest. I'm sorry, but as a tech reviewer, you don't build credibility with your audience by holding back information to try to be friendly with brands. Again, as we keep saying, brands don't care about you. The brands care about their bottom line. They don't care about you as a person. They don't really care about you as a reviewer. They're only using us as reviewers to get more clout and promotion for their device. And they don't care about you as an individual. Not really. It's just, so you try to protect the brand and kind of foolish. Like maybe that's just me, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me think. Oh yeah, Juan is being uber chatty tonight. Let's see. All right, Juan said for all this hype, Samsung camera continue to be just good at $14. We hope they learn from previous issue better. But again, Samsung is SEO popular. That is true. And I would completely agree with you. Like I said, I was talking about Samsung trash autofocus 2 years ago. And the fact that I'm still talking about it today just kind of boggled my mind. Like, what is happening here? How have you not fixed this autofocus yet? Like, what is going on? And this is the other thing. Like I said, Orlando Theme Park says, shame on them for sending out unfinished review units. Why are companies releasing or sending out half-baked products to reviewers? And do they really expect reviewers to like cover their behinds? That is not a reviewer's job. A reviewer's job is not to provide a cushion, a padding for a brand that puts out a half-baked product. If you put out a half-baked product, if you make half the effort, you better respect half the result, like how half the response from the consumer. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's not how this works. You don't put out half the effort and then respect 100% of the profit. That doesn't work that way, man. Stop protecting these brands. It's not a good look. It doesn't do anything. It's not a good look, and you're not doing your audience justice by doing that. Let's see what. Let's see. Let me go back here. All right. Juan says, folks don't really get what's different here from S10 to S20. Focus is significantly more difficult when you increase sensor size and keep a super wide aperture. Okay, what else he said? All right, even back in the day, Nokia kept a smaller aperture on the Lumia 1020 because the depth of field tricky when you can't control the aperture. I mean, I'm not disputing any of that, but they have been working on this device for a year, maybe longer. You need to work on that in R&D. Like that needs to be taken care of in R&D. I mean, I know personally that there's a lot of stuff that you can't, like R&D just will not address. You can't address some of these things that until you get them out in the real world and the average consumer gets their hands on it and then they find issues and then you got to work them out. But the autofocus, damn it, that's something that you can fix in R&D. Like, are you not taking pictures? Are you not using the damn phone for pictures? Your biggest selling point is the camera system and you're releasing it with an autofocus bug? Like, how does that work? Like, you go out there and you take a picture. You use the phone to take pictures. You don't need the mass public to identify an autofocus bug. Use the damn phone properly. Do your R&D and clean that up before it gets out to the mass public. We're talking about taking pictures. I mean, you know, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this. I mean, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that apparently did not do enough R&D as far as their camera system was concerned, because this shouldn't even be an issue. Like, autofocus is like one of the main parts of the camera system. Like that, like the normal person is not going to use their camera in manual mode. They're going to up the par. That seems to me that will be pretty readily identifiable and something that you should be fixing in R&D. I don't understand how we got this far and they didn't clean it up before they sent it to reviewers. Like, it's autofocus. It's the camera. It's the main selling point. You point and shoot. If it's not pointing at the correct subject or if it's not pointing at the subject properly, that should be identified long before it got into reviewers' hands. It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Again, if your biggest selling point is the camera and the autofocus has a bug, it would have seemed to me that bug should have been identified a long time ago. I mean, do you not like take pictures with the camera system? Like, do you not test that? I mean, does that not get tested in R&D? Like, what are we doing here? What type of testing are you doing? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. Let's see. And Michael Pepperton, just think these people were issues out of reviewers who should know what they're doing. So wouldn't the issue be exponentially worse in the hand of the average consumer? No, I would imagine so. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like it's just it's crazy. Oh, you know what? You know what? A lot of times Patini likes to troll, but he actually brings up a good point in time. Uh when Apple had their iPhone keynote back in September and they brought Film Pro out onto the stage and they were talking about their new that feature that they just released like what last month. They said that thing won't be out in December and they showed it off in September and we didn't get into January. Like, why are you showing me stuff that's not ready? I hate that too. I hate when brands like go on stage and they show stuff that they know that's not ready and it's like late because they're not prepared. Filmic Pro clearly was not prepared to demo that product when they demoed it, and it was a month late because of it. Like, don't show it. Like, show it when you're ready. Why are you again, it's the half-baked stuff, man. It just drives me crazy. Okay. Oh, it just dropped here. Let's see. Juan says, yeah, the entire Galaxy S line, it gone from the average user conversation. Galaxy A significantly out the Galaxy S. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, there are gonna be average people that buy the Galaxy S. I mean, yeah, the A is the top selling Samsung line, no doubt about it. But the average people are gonna buy the S line too. I don't know. So I like I said, it just seems to me that the autofocus is something that it should have got cleaned up in R&D. It should have never made it to reviewers' hands like that buggy. I just don't get it. But again, the other thing is that as a reviewer, you need to review what you're given and not try to hide things for brands or not try to cover things up for brands. If they give you a buggy review unit, then you need to let your reviewers know that they gave you a buggy review unit. It's not a good look. Now, it might be one of those things where you might need to reach out to the brand because the review unit's not working right, and maybe they need to replace your review unit and give you a better working one. And that's cool. You could do that. But if the second review unit is doing the same thing as the first, then that's a pattern. It's not a coincidence. At that point, it's a pattern, and you got to report that. I mean, we got to stop trying to play protector for brands, man. Brands need to be held accountable. Like, I mean, brands are not untouchable. They're not untouchable. They need to be held accountable, and reviewers and consumers alike need to hold brands accountable for what they do. They are not above the law. They're not God. They're brands. Like they have a responsibility, and it's even more apparent when Samsung is charging $1,400 for the Galaxy S20 Ultra. Again, you're getting you're giving Samsung $1,400 if you want a Galaxy S20 Ultra next week, and they're giving you like a half-baked product in return. Like, we gotta hold them accountable for that. Like, you just can't let them do that. Like that does not work, man. That does not work. You gotta hold brands accountable, man. You just can't let them do whatever they want. It's not a good look. As he wants, the issue is Samsung is getting punitive with their PR. They circle the wagons after the fold, and if you're too critical, you're off the review. Yeah, that's another problem with these brands. They don't want criticism. But here's the thing about that, though. As a brand, you have to be able to take constructive criticism. Like, there is a difference between constructive criticism and just bashing a brand. I don't think any reviewer should go out of their way to bash a brand because that's not productive. But a brand should be able to and should allow for us as reviewers to offer constructive criticism. And I mean, that's how we all grow. Like, as a creator, we have to deal with it every time we put out a video. Somebody in the comment section is going to offer some type of constructive criticism, and we have to be able to take that. Brands have to be able to take constructive criticism. You are selling product to the mass public. It has to be more right than it is wrong. You have to be able to take constructive criticism as a creator, as a brand, as a business at large. If you are a business and your business relies on providing product or service to the mass public, you better be willing and able to take constructive criticism. And if you can't take it, you need to go into a new business. Just go do something else because you're not in the right line of work. You got to be able to take constructive criticism, man. Like, I hate when these brands, creators give these brands a little bit of constructive criticism, and then these brands go all cold turkey, and then they don't want to work with that creator no more because they didn't tell the brand what the brand wanted to hear. It ain't about that. It's about you making the best product possible. And if that takes constructive criticism, then yes, you better figure it out. Like, it's kind of funny to me, right? Because I call myself the captain of Team Apple, and people call me an Apple shield and things like that. But the people that call me an Apple shield must not have been around in 2018, because I spent 75% of 2018 bashing Apple or just giving them all types of criticism, whatever it was, because they were slipping up with the Apple Watch 3 handoff issues. They were slipping up with the Mac keyboard. They were slipping up with the iPhone notch. I mean, Apple spent 2018 just treading water, and I was letting them have it. So you got to be able to provide that constructive criticism while at the same time being objective about what's happening and what the product can and can't do. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's crazy. It's just ridiculousness. Video games these days, I don't think there's any video game that you could buy today that doesn't need a day one update or a patch. All of these damn video games that we buy today need some type of day one patch, or you only get like half of the game and you got to go download the other half. Like, what kind of garbage is that? Could you imagine back in the 80s, you couldn't play the game because it was like a bug and something? Like, what? I mean, if Nintendo tried this crap in the 80s, you wouldn't have a Nintendo today. They would not exist as they currently exist if they tried some stuff like that back in the 80s and 90s. People would have like whooped their behinds, man. What is this? But because we live in the age of the internet and we have the capability of doing a software update, I think it makes these brands a little bit more lazier in the product that they present to consumers, because they know that down the line they can update it and patch it to make it better. It's just, what's going on, man? Yeah, Orlando, like you said, back in the 80s, there was no downloading patches. Either you brought a complete finished game to the podium, or you got booed out of there like the Apollo. Like, it was a wrap. It was over with. But since we live in the age of the internet today and we have downloadable patches, then these companies are giving out half-baked games. There are literally Nintendo Switch games where if you buy the physical copy, you can't play it unless you download the other half from the internet. What? So let me get this straight. You buy a physical copy of a Nintendo Switch game, but you can't even play the damn game unless you go to the internet and download the other part of the game. What the hell sense does that make? That makes no sense. That is the stupidest stuff I've ever seen in my life. But yet, this is what we at in the 21st century, with these companies selling half-baked products and expecting the consumer to put the work in to get the rest of the product. I'm sorry, dude. The consumer should not have to work to get the rest of your product. If a consumer puts out money for a product, I should not have to put in work to get the full value of the product that I purchased. If I pay you $60 for a game, I should have the entire game on deck. I should not have to go out to the eShop or to the cloud or whatever to download the rest of my $60 purchase. What kind of dumb stuff is this? This is ridiculous. But again, here in the 21st century, for whatever reason, this type of stuff is acceptable. And I'm just like, what is going on, man? Like, it's just a lot. It's just a bunch of laziness, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Two phones is asking about the Xbox Series X. I mean, it looks like a beefy, powerful console. But, I mean, some of the game updates are like 80, 90, 100 gigabyte updates. It's serious and dumb. I don't understand this stuff. This is ridiculous. I don't get it. But again, this is the age that we're in, where these companies are releasing 80 gigabyte patches to games and stuff. And it's just like, what is going on? I mean, I know most people have the internet today, but not everybody has the internet. So an internet connection should not be a requirement to play a video game. Like, oh my God. But yeah. But again, man, you got to be able to accept criticism as a business, as a company, as a brand. You got to be able to accept constructive criticism. I mean, obviously, there are trolls out there. There are negative people out there that will do anything to tear you down, and you got to avoid them. But if you can't take constructive criticism, that's a problem. And that will get you nowhere as a brand, man. But these companies like Samsung and Apple that be like, oh, creators can't say anything negative about them, blah, 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 blah. You're not doing yourself any favors with that, man. I mean, you're not doing no favors with that. I mean, you gotta be able to take the criticism. If you can't stand the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen. Basically, I mean, here's what it is. What's going on, man? Whoo. All right. So Dwayne says, I'm never protecting the company, but not fixing the autofocus doesn't make the product half baked. Autofocus is very important, but let's chill a little bit. All right. Maybe me and you got like a different definition of half baked. So the Galaxy S20 is coming, and the biggest single selling point of that device is the camera system. And maybe I know I'm not a camera expert, but one of the most important aspects of a camera is the focus. And the average consumer is not going to manually focus for a picture. They're going to pull out the phone and take the picture, snap, snap, snap. So if the autofocus isn't working, that's a problem. If the main selling point of that particular device is the camera system and the picture is going to come out crap because the autofocus doesn't work properly. Maybe we in two different planes. Maybe we're not on the same book or the same page. But in my world, if your biggest selling point is the camera and the damn autofocus isn't working, it's a half-baked product, bro. Like, they want $1,400 for the S20 Ultra, whose main selling point is the camera system, but like I said, maybe we think about these things a little differently, but in my line of work, in my eyes, that's a half-baked product, man. If the autofocus isn't working properly, that's a problem. There's no getting around that. There's no like sugarcoating that. There's no trying to spin that. That's not a good look. That whole phone purpose is to take good pictures, and if the autofocus is trash, that's a little difficult. I don't know. No, you're right. The camera is not the half thing, but again, you're talking about a 1400 device, and the main selling point, the reason why people want this phone is because of the camera system. So the camera system is the biggest selling point. It's the main reason why people are shelling out that type of money for that phone, for that camera system to work and work like it's supposed to. If the camera system does not work like it's supposed to because the autofocus isn't working properly, in my mind, it is a half-baked product, man. Like, what is going on? It's half-baked, bro. It's half-baked. Let's see. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. What we got? Keep taking a break. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on my stream tonight. Like, StreamYard keeps cutting out. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I haven't changed anything. I don't know. Yep, Orlando, I'm with you, bro. I pre-ordered the 512 gigabyte version, and if I get my phone next week and I can't take pictures because the damn autofocus isn't working properly, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, yo, that's like you said, that's a damn near what $1,700 phone, and I can't take a picture because the autofocus doesn't want to work correctly. Like, come on, Brent. No, man, that is not okay. That is not okay. And like I said, it's autofocus. It's not like some major tech flaw. It's autofocus, bro. You should be able to fix that before the phone ever makes it to the reviewer's hands. It's like, come on, man, take the picture, find out what your camera is doing, identify what it can and can't do, and try to fix it. Like, how is the autofocus not working properly? Like, oh my goodness, bro, what is going on, man? What is going on? What is happening, man? What is happening? Wait, who got? Wait, what? No, I don't. I mean, actually, I need to start adding ads to these live streams, but I haven't done that yet because you have to turn that on before the live stream goes live, and I'll be forgetting half the time anyway. So no, there should be no ads on the live stream. Now if you go back and watch the replay of the live stream, yes, there will be ads because I will turn on monetization once the stream is over with. But during the stream, there should be no ad because monetization is not even on right now. But speaking of monetization and all that stuff, you guys can do super chat if you want to. The super chat option is open, even though monetization is not turned on. Super chats are turned on. Although, if you don't want YouTube to take 30% of your donation, you do have the option to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. It is not required, but it is definitely appreciated. But yeah, there are no ads on this live stream because I don't even have that turned on. But super chats are open. The buy me a coffee link is right there. Like, since you pasted it in the chat. So if you guys want to support, feel free. It's not required, but it's greatly appreciated. Let's see. Dwayne says, you're right. The Ultra is geared towards a more savvy person who can use manual mode until they get it fixed. Okay, buddy. All right. I mean, all right. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess we could agree to disagree. I mean, you got every tech publication in their mama pointing out the fact that the autofocus isn't working properly and the camera is not what it should be given the price of that phone. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, hey, you know what? And these people are smart people. They know how to use their phone and they can't get their autofocus to work properly because of the buggy. So, I don't know. But yeah, okay. Samsung must love you, bro. Samsung must love you. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Hey, Joseph, I agree, man. You spending $1,400 for a phone, that's already too much. I feel like Flossie Carter. Ain't none of these phones worth $1,000. Ain't none of them worth $1,000, bro. Not even this S20 Ultra. It's not worth $1,000. Not really. Nah, not really, though. Not really. Oh, we got a super chat from Two Phones for free. Thank you for the super chat, sir. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you, man. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, man, let's see. Oh, Michael Pepper got jokes there. Better not try to take pictures of your car. Can't autofocus. Oh, Lord. Oh, my. Oh, it's that hour. It is comedy hour here on the stream. But I am curious, for those of y'all in the chat right now who are not tech reviewers or creators, how do you guys feel about getting a half-baked product or a product that's not fully fleshed out already yet? If you are reading a review about an S20 Ultra, do you want your reviewer, or do you are you okay with reviewers not highlighting that the autofocus isn't working yet just because of the pre-release unit? Or if you are a consumer interested in buying that phone, do you want to know all the details about that phone, even if it is a pre-release device or early device? Do you want to know everything, or are you okay with your reviewers omitting information because it's a pre-release device? Keep in mind, that device that reviewers get is the same device that you're going to get in a week. Like, I know sometimes like people say that LG releases gives out phones with pre-release software and whatnot, but most of the time these review units are the same units that will end up in consumers' hands, because normally the way it works is that the company give out the review units at least a week or two in advance. So that's not enough time to make that much of a change to the device before it goes out to the mass public. So the device that the reviewers get is usually the device that you, the consumer, gets to. So you should definitely want to know everything that's going on with those devices, no matter when the reviewer gets them, because there's a 95% chance that that's the same device that you're going to buy when it goes on sale. So I don't know. So Battery Power said he is not okay with the omission of information. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Michael Pepper asked me about, did I see Apple preventing producing from using letting bad guys use Apple products? I saw that. The stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what Apple thinks that's going to do. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to stop nothing. Bad people will get their hands on iPhones. That, like, them trying to like do this stupid targeted like marketing of their product is retarded. It's ignorant. It's dumb. It's not realistic. Like, it doesn't matter, Apple. It doesn't matter if you don't let the bad guys use your iPhone. It doesn't matter. They're going to get their hands on it anyway. Like, what? So you think just because you don't let bad guys use your iPhone, that's going to make the San Bernardino shooting go away? That's going to make the Florida naval shooting go away? Hell no. Those events happen, and they will happen again. Somebody bad will use an iPhone again. Get over it. What the hell wrong with y'all? We can't let the bad guys in movies in our show use iPhones. Like that's going to change the real world. It's not. Shout out to Dwayne Mim for the great discussion and the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. I know, even though we don't agree on this particular topic, and cool though. I keep telling y'all, we don't always have to agree, man. I mean, sometimes you learn from disagreeing with somebody. So I welcome disagreement, man. It helped me learn. Let's see. Fit Blonde Fitness says she'd like to know what she's dealing with firsthand before handing over her paycheck. Amen. I know, right? If you're a consumer handing over your money, you want to know what you're getting yourself into. You want to know everything that product, or you should want to know everything that product can and can't do. You should not want to be put in the dark or left in the dark about things that could potentially be wrong with your product. All right, here's now he's back. Here we go. Pathian says, no big deal. Samsung said they will be sending software fix. But it is a big deal. because they didn't give a timetable. So this is why I'm saying that we have identified a autofocus bug, and Samsung has they are aware of it, but they don't have a timetable for when they'll send out a fix. So because they don't have a timetable, one can only assume that the mass public is going to get the same phone that tech reviewers have in their hands right now with the same autofocus bug, which is why, as a reviewer, it is your job, it is my job to highlight that bug, because that's the same bug that the average consumer was going to experience when they get the S20 in their hands. So it is a big deal because it's the same phone. The phone is not going to magically change next week. It's the same damn phone. The S20 goes on sale March 6th. That is next Friday. The phone is not going to magically change from this Friday from now to next week. It's the same phone. Samsung is not going to issue the fix that quickly. So they're getting the same phone, which is even more importantly why these things need to be highlighted in a review. But what do I know? I'm just the man about tech. What do I know? What do I know? All right, I just got an email. Somebody just donate the car. I see this is on me. I don't want to be blurring out people's real name. Let me see if I can find out what your not real name is before I blurt this out. All right, we need to go to the man about tech. Wait, what? What the wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. Near a charger. Shout out for the coffee, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. The 5 coffee from my man near a charger. That's what's up, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, man. That's what's up. Oh, Orlando theme park canceled his pre-order. Ooh, wow. Okay. Michael Pepper says he's seen a couple of reviews where they mentioned being on the March patch and they were still issued with the cameras, night exposure of lights, and like, do I expect a fully flawless product? No. There is not a single tech launch in the history of tech launches that goes completely 100% smooth. There's always going to be a bug or something popping up and things like that, and that's cool. I mean, that happens. But when you're talking about the main selling point of the phone having a glaring bug, you need to patch that up before it gets to the reviewer's hands, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jadothan, I'm not sure what the hell is happening, man. I mean, let me try to like I don't take some devices off Wi-Fi. I don't think that's gonna do anything because like I said, I've never had these issues before. This is like the first time I've ever had these type of issues with what the hell is the name of the program? Oh, StreamYard. I don't know. Usually I don't have these type of connection issues. All right. So I put the iPhone and the iPad off of Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I doubt it, but this is kind of goofy. I'm not sure why my connection having so many issues tonight, but hopefully it gets better. All right, let's see what we got. Let me go back up here. Joseph Harton that says that's why he doesn't buy Samsung phones. I mean, but this is not just a Samsung thing, though. A lot of these companies do the same thing. They release these half-baked products, and they expect consumers to pay full price for 50% of the product. Samsung is not the only company that does this. Apple has done it in the past. Google does it yearly with the Pixel, it seems like. LG has done it. I mean, all of these companies release these half-baked products and expect you to pay full price so they could release updates in the future. They all do it. Like, it's not just a Samsung thing. I'm not really picking on Samsung. They're just the flavor of the hour because they have a release in a week. But it ain't just a Samsung thing. It's all these companies doing the same stuff over and over again. It's crap. Genosis says the average consumer will care. Myself, I don't, because I can spot weaknesses in events and marketing. Plus, I have 15 days to test and identify problems, which is more than enough time for me. Yeah, but Genosis, you're not normal though. You're like a cyborg. You're not normal, Genosis. You are a techie. You're not normal. You are not the average consumer. You are not the average consumer. You are not the average consumer. You don't count, Genosis. You don't count. I'll just mess with you, man. I'll just mess with you. Oh boy. Oh, what a night. Ooh, oh, what a night. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm. All right, Pacina said, if this was hardware, all new, different, but software can be fixed. Timetable is just time, not the software. So time is not important. You can say that if you want to, and if you feel that way, that's cool. But again, we are talking about this phone going on sale in 7 days with this software bug, which will be present on the retail model. Samsung has not issued a timetable for a fix. So next Friday on March the 6th, consumers will be buying a Galaxy S20 Ultra for $1,400 starting price with a known autofocus bug with no timetable for a fix from Samsung. So, yes, that's a problem. And the reason why it's a problem, again, is because even though we know that this bug exists, Samsung still wants their $1,400 next Friday. The phone is clearly not ready for prime time, but Samsung does not care. When consumers walk into carrier stores or when they order from Samsung.com next Friday, the asking price is $1,400. Bug be damned. They don't care if the phone has a bug. They want full price. So I don't care if it's software. It does matter when the brand is still asking full price for the phone with buggy software. It matters because they're not charging half the price. If they were charging like $1,000 or $700, then you would have a point. They're not. They're charging $1,400 for selling a phone with a known bug. It's not okay. If I can't get that across to you, that I don't know. We just got to disagree. It's not okay. Oh, dude, I actually, my dude, That Talk Tech got me some gamer stuff for my birthday. So I'm sipping on some gamer stuff energy drink right now, basically. But yeah, man, that's what it is. And here's another one from Dwayne. This is another thing that kind of got me going crazy. The Pixel 4 was released back in October of last year, and Google still has not patched the flaw that allows you to unlock that phone with your eyes closed. Even till this day in February, when this phone was released back in October, you can still unlock a Pixel 4 with your eyes closed. If that ain't a problem, I don't know what it is. So again, don't tell me about a damn potential update when companies don't even give you a timetable, because we've been waiting for what is it, like 4 months now for Google to fix that, and they have not fixed it yet. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. When there's a problem and a company says we'll issue a software update to fix it, that means nothing because you don't know when they're going to bring that update out. It is 4 months later, and we're still waiting for Google. We're still waiting for Google to patch up that security. That's a problem because that's a security problem. You could unlock that with your eye closed. That is a security breach. That's a flaw, and it has not been fixed yet. What is going on, man? What is going on? And see, since I'm not a software engineer, so I try not to say, hey, this is a simple software push will fix things. I'd love to know more from you, Vipe, or I wish Mac would hit or fill in. Like I said, I have a background in computer science, but I haven't coded in God knows how long, man. But the thing that gets me is that they have been working on this phone for over a year or longer. This ain't no thing that just happened yesterday. They've been working on this phone for a year. This stuff should have been ironed out. What are you doing? How did that phone make it to reviewers' hands with an autofocus bug? Like I said, did you not test the camera? Your biggest selling point is the camera system, and you have a bug in the camera system that is just readily apparent. It's autofocus. It's the first thing that you notice when you go take a picture. If the picture's not in focus, that's kind of hard to miss. So again, if your main selling point is the camera and it has an autofocus bug, and that bug is the first thing that you'll notice when you go to take a picture, that should have been patched up in R&D. How did that make it out of R&D? I don't know. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Like Techie Tech guy says, never buy a phone based on what you think it will be. Never buy a phone on potential. You buy the phone for what it can do right now. And I mean, man, y'all do what y'all want with y'all money, but hey, I'm just letting y'all know what's going on, man. Yo, 2 phones. I just said Samsung is not the only company that has this problem. Apple has these problems. Google has these problems. LG has them. Huawei has them. all these brands have at one point or another released pre-baked hardware that wasn't ready for prime time. Samsung is not alone. They're just the flavor of the day because they have a phone going on sale next week and it has issues right now. But it's not just Samsung. It's all these companies releasing these half-baked ass products, expecting you to pay full price, full damn well knowing that the products aren't ready for prime time. The Galaxy Fold, even though they went and fixed it, it was still like had all types of durability issues. They had a whole like splash page on what you can and can't do with the Fold as soon as you buy it. So I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what? I'm just the man about tech. I tell y'all what's going on, and it's up to you all to make the decision on how you want to handle the information that I give you, and that's it. But I'm gonna let you know what's going on, man. I'm gonna let y'all know what's happening, and what y'all do with that information is your business. But I'm just letting you know this stuff is not okay. Anthony, Michael says, how do we know it's not hardware related too? There are software issues that are baked into the chip for some devices. That's why jailbreak can't be prevented. Yeah, we don't know if it's we don't know if it's not a hardware related issue as well. We don't know that. We are assuming it's software, but it might be hardware. I don't know. I hope it's not for Samsung's sake, because holy Lord, the last thing that Samsung needs right now is another major hardware issue. So hopefully it is just software and they can patch it up. But if it is a hardware issue, oh my God. Whew. Especially with what they're acting in price for these phones. If they have a hardware issue, oh man. Whew. Damn, son. That ain't gonna be a backlash. Kind of nasty. Okay. Oh, I got you. Let's see. Yeah, somebody tried to call me out on Twitter about this today, about how I don't call out stuff for iPhone, and they talked about Deep Fusion. I had to remind them, Apple said up front that Deep Fusion was a feature coming later on the phone. They didn't sell Deep Fusion as a selling point for the iPhones. They announced it as a feature, but they told us at the keynote that Deep Fusion would not be ready for launch. So there's a distinct difference in a company marketing their camera system to be ready at prime time, and another company telling you that yes, this feature will be on the phone, but this particular feature will not be ready for launch. So they're not the same thing. Y'all need to come correct when y'all come at me on Twitter, or y'all try to rebut something I say. Make sure you come with the correct info, because if you don't, I'm gonna flame broil you on Twitter in the comment section. Don't come at me unless you come with the guns loaded. You know who I am. You know what I do. Don't come at me with this garbage, this nonsense. Don't do it to yourself. Don't make that move. Y'all be trying to come at me like I'm stupid or something. Like I haven't been doing it for 3 years. Like I don't do my homework when I'm putting out these videos and when I put out the information that I put out to y'all. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Like, dude. I'm not the one you are. I'm not the man you want to come after. You do not want to come after me on some tech stuff. Like, I know what I signed up for when I got into the tech game, bro. I know I got to be more right than wrong. I'm not always right, but there's a good chance that 95% of the time I am right. So when you come at me, you better come correct, or I'm flame broiling your ass, and it is what it is. Like, some of y'all be way out of pocket on Twitter and stuff, trying to come after me for some stuff that you think I said when I have to correct you all the damn time when y'all be trying to come at my neck. No. I am a creator. I am the one disseminating the information to you. I do my research. Do you do your research? I don't know, but I do my research. So again, when you come at me, you better come correct. Just saying. Otherwise, I'm flame broiling you in public. I'm just saying. You're going to be publicly roasted by your boy. Don't do that. Tell you, man. You better tell him battery power. You better tell him, bro. I ain't that dude, man. I'm not that dude. But let's see. Michael says they use the same 108 megapixel sensors as other companies, and those other companies have soft edges in the image and focus issue. My concern is that it's hardware based partially as well. Like I said, I don't know. It very well could be hardware. Like I said, I just hope it's not for Samsung's sake, man, because Samsung don't need no more hardware issue. But if it is, oh boy, oh man, oh my God. I feel sorry for Samsung if it's a hardware issue. It's not. I mean, like I said, when you ask $1,400 for a phone, and you put it out there with hardware issues, with your recent history, with the Note and the Fold fiascos, oh man, they're gonna get baked. But I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't know, man. Yo, hey, Janosis, that was not all my doing. My girlfriend actually brought me that case for my sunglasses. So shout out to the girlfriend for buying me the case for the sunglasses. It's legit. I'm putting it to good use, man. I'm putting it to good use. But yeah, that case was nice. I appreciated that. That was cool, man. Cause my sunglasses collection starting to build up a little bit, so it was cool that she got me that case. This dude, Pathin, you got to be a Samsung Knight, bro. You are a hardcore Samsung defender, man. You are like a staunch Samsung Knight. But Samsung does not send patches out within a week all the time. Sometimes yes, most of the time not really, man. Like I give you this. They do fix their mess up usually, but not within a week, bro. Come on now, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, buddy. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I mean, Samsung's good, but they're not that good. Come on now. Come on. They're not patching stuff up within a week. They're not doing that. Hey Joseph, Apple knows how to update too, but Apple is slow too. When we had that FaceTime bug last year at CES, it took Apple what 2 weeks before they sent out the patch. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. Yeah, no, it took Apple 2 or 3 weeks before they patched it up. What they did initially though, they closed down the FaceTime server so you couldn't FaceTime anymore, so that bug couldn't be exploited. But Apple didn't have an official fix out for that particular FaceTime bug for like 3 weeks. So none of these companies are particularly fast with bugs. And like Jonathan was saying earlier, when it's software like that, it kind of takes a while to identify the bug because there are so many different scenarios and variations and variables that you have to deal with that it's kind of hard to patch that stuff up for everybody. But Apple's not that fast either. I mean, they might have like quick workaround, but it takes Apple time to patch up bugs too. So there's no magic patching going on. We just have to wait before we have to wait for these companies to figure it out, and then can go from there. No, man. No, don't try to come here all of you not tonight. Boy, you are a Samsung Knight, bro. Come on now, come on, man. Every time I think something bad about Samsung, you are the first one that coming at my throat, man. Come on, bro. I ain't mad at you though, man. I'm not mad because most of the time you on point. Like, yeah, I will give you your credit. You're one of the few people that actually come with factual, logical information. So I appreciate you being in my comments in my live stream because you don't come with no garbage. You're not a typical like fanboy that comes at me with emotion because that stuff ain't gonna work. But you are definitely a Samsung Knight, man. Come on, now. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know, since I'm glad you got remember what I think and I don't. yo, he's a knight. He's a knight. Like, there's loyal and then there's knight status. My boy Pathian is knight status. He went beyond loyal status. He gone beyond loyal. That boy is a full-on knight. That's a Samsung Knight, bro. Come on now. Come on, man. The Samsung Knight, bro. It's okay though. Sometimes you gotta wear them brand color proud sometimes. Just don't become a blind brand loyalist and you'll be good. Oh man, I don't know. So when I asked you guys earlier, man, you guys seem to be on the same page as I'm on, that even if a reviewer gets an early review unit, you guys want to know everything that's going on with that device, no matter what type of unit it is. So that's cool. I feel the same way. Even if it's a review unit, I want to know everything that's going on with that unit because again, there's a 95% chance that review unit will be the retail unit that the consumer gets when it goes on sale to the mass public. So I don't care if it's a pre-release unit. I don't care if it's an early copy unit. I don't care. I want to know everything that's happening with that unit because that's probably the unit that I'm going to get. And it seems like all you all in the chat agree with that sentiment that you guys want to know everything that's happening with a review unit because, again, there's a better than not chance that you will have that review unit when you go buy your retail unit when the company puts those devices on sale to the public. So I am in 100% agreement with you guys that if you get a review unit, you want to disclose everything. You want to know everything that's happening with that review unit because that information goes into your purchasing decision. That's like part of the whole reason why I first started watching YouTube all those years ago. I came on YouTube to find out more information about products and services. Like what is the experience like using a product or service? How will it fit into my workflow? Like, does it do things that will fit my needs? Does it have issues? Just all this information that a consumer will want to research and see real time how a product could play into their workflow. That's why I started watching YouTube. So again, as I'm doing this now, all these years later, being a content creator and a reviewer, I want to make sure that I'm presenting you guys with the same information that I will want. I want to know how the device works in my everyday life. I want to know how much battery it has. I want to know how it performs. I want to know how it fits into my everyday life. I want to know what it can do. I want to know what it can do. It doesn't have problems. I want to know what the problems are. Like anything that can help me potentially make my purchase decision is what I want to know, is what I need to know. And that's what I try to give you guys whenever I do a review. I try to give you everything that you need to know to make that purchase decision. And good God, I sound like Jim from Review Room. I sound just like Jim from Review Room. Like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna tell you everything that you guys need to know about these headphones so you can make that purchasing decision. God, I watch too much YouTube. I ain't mad though. You know, I think that's one of the cool things about becoming a creator. Like all the YouTube that I watched over the past decade, and I can like take it and like integrate small parts into what I do. Like, yeah, man. But yeah, when your boy Viper is putting out a review, I am giving you guys all the information that you need to make that. Actually, no, I'll give you all the information that you need to make your purchasing decision. What is wrong with me tonight? What is wrong with me? This is stupid. Oh Lord. Let's see. Michael Pepper says, I would think if they could fix it, it's easier to fix it for the limited review units that are out. And if they haven't and still sent them, then what makes them think they'll patch the millions later? I'm just saying. Let's see. Two Phones says, at first I was on YouTube for music and comedy. Then I saw people talking about computers and phones and I jumped in. Yes, right, bro. That's right. Battery power to Viper ASMR. I don't know about all that, but you know, I do what I can. I think Jonathan says, yeah, battery life is a great variable you can't predict from events or marketing. That's one thing I can think of that I can't predict, like we're bragging earlier. Yeah, battery life is a weird one, man, because everybody using their devices differently. So I mean, you got to take battery information with a grain of salt because we all use our devices differently. So the battery life that I get from my device might not be the battery life that you get from your device because we use them differently. So you need to think about that stuff when you are taking that information into account. Let's see, Dwayne said, I'm so glad there are so many people interested in this stuff. I've been into tech for so long. Glad to know that there are so many people with similar interests. I know, man. I love coming on here and talking to you guys all the time and talking about tech. I love the fact that there are like-minded individuals that are passionate about tech as I am. I mean, I know some of y'all think I'm absolutely crazy when I do my regular videos and I'm screaming and hollering and doing whatever it is I'm doing on the other channel. But hey, I love tech, man. I'm passionate about tech. I eat, sleep, breathe technology. So it comes across in my videos and I don't apologize for it. But I'm glad that you guys choose to rock with me each and every week when I'm putting out these videos and these live streams because you guys love tech as much as I do. It makes it that much better. You guys are the reason why I want to come back each and every week because I know that you guys are passionate about the tech as I am, and we can have civil conversations about this stuff. So it's legit. He said it's that energy drink. I see. Jonathan that blew my mind when the marketing of the 11 Pro Max battery wasn't exaggerated at the Apple event in 2019. Yeah, I think ever since AirPower kind of went, Apple have been uber careful about how they market stuff. They have been very, very careful ever since AirPower didn't go quite the way Timmy had planned. I mean, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but I'm just saying, ever since AirPower went dead power, Apple has been a little more cautious, if you will. Let's see, Viper's Dodge $1. That's like buy it or not Viper edition. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. Let's see. Placina says Samsung monthly updates are on point. The listen to Samsung members app for all recent Galaxy and tablets. See, I didn't even know there was a Samsung members app. I don't even know. You know what? The funny thing is, I have just recently become aware of Samsung members. I had no idea up until this year that Samsung members was a thing. I didn't even know that you Samsung Knights had your own little clique. I didn't know. I had no clue. I mean, I know y'all roll deep, but I didn't know you all had your own clique made by Samsung. I had no clue about this stuff. So hey, what's up, Samsung members? What's up? Oh, Dwayne said this is his first time in my live stream. Definitely coming back. Go work, bro. I appreciate it, man. Well, I'll be back tomorrow night for my regular live stream. Our live stream every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I will be back tomorrow night live streaming. So if you're not busy tomorrow night, come hang, man. But yeah, I usually live stream every Friday night. I just wanted to get on here tonight because I was observing that conversation on Twitter, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this because this is some crazy stuff going on, man. And I'm like, listen, man, if you give me an early review unit, I'm telling them every damn thing. I'm not holding nothing back. Because as much as I say I'm the captain of Team Apple, in reality, I am loyal to no brand because I know these brands don't give a damn about me. I'm not here to protect no brand. I'm not protecting none of them. If you make a good product, I will give you your props. If you make a crap product like the HomePod, I will destroy your bad product. It is what it is. But I'm a lot like Frosty Carter in that way. I'm not loyal to a brand. I am loyal to the hotness. All right, Michael Pepper says it's a title of something that came to mind that would be funny for you to do Dodger Dollar. Oh, okay, I got you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Bit Blonde Fitness says Samsung Members app. I'm gonna download that thing on my tab when I get home from work. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I think the Samsung Members app might be for only those select people that get, because I think you got to be selected to be a Samsung member. I think that's like an invitation only thing. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. Check for your needs. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Two Phone says yes. There's a Samsung Members app. I'm guessing it's by invitation only, right? Or is that something that anybody could download? I don't know. Tish. Wait, that's not Tish. That's Jiffer. Jiffer, what's up, man? How you doing, man? No, I have not stocked up for the virus outbreak. Hopefully there won't be such a thing, but yeah, I don't know, man. Here we go. Tish says, I want to appreciate your honesty, Viper. Tish, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you rocking and hanging with me every time I'm on stream doing my thing. So thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah. So now that we know that I know that there's a Samsung Members app, can anybody answer me if is it like invite only, or can anybody like access it and use it? Because like I've never even heard of it until now. Like I knew Samsung Members was a thing. I did not know there was an actual app for you all too. I mean, y'all Samsung Knights are like killing it, bro. Woo! Oh, it's like the OnePlus community app. How am I just not knowing about this? What the hell? I mean, I know I haven't had a Samsung device for a while, but damn, I had a Note 10 for a while, and I never knew about a Members app. What the hell is this? Damn, man. What the hell? All right, so Samsung Members app is open to all. Okay, that's pretty cool then. I had no idea that was a thing. All right, Sammy. I see you, Sammy. I see you. Let me tell y'all something, though. As much as I'm getting on Samsung tonight, I love Samsung because Samsung gives back to their customers. I will always respect a brand or company that gives back to their customers. Every Samsung phone launch, and I mean every Samsung phone launch, they are running promotions and pre-order specials for their customers. For the Galaxy S20 and S20 Ultra pre-orders, they are giving us $200 in Samsung credit to go shop at Samsung.com or shop Samsung or whatever the hell it is. That is legit. I know some people are complaining about you can only do it's only Samsung money. I don't care. They don't have to do that. They're not required to give you $200 in Samsung credit. But guess what? They do it anyway because they can, and they give back to their customers. I am appreciative of Samsung giving back to their customers, even though they don't have to. Not only are they offering us $200 in Samsung credit this time for these S20 Ultras, they are giving you guys very good pre-order. Not pre-order. They're giving you guys very good trade-in deals to cut the price of the S20 and S20 Ultra down for you guys. So that is definitely legit. And like Dwayne Mims is saying in the chat, and I definitely cannot and will not argue it, Apple has never, in my memory, never done anything to get back to the customers. Like, never. I have never seen Apple provide any incentive for me or anybody else to buy an iPhone. Like, never, ever, 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 ever. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me in the chat. But I have never known Apple to give back to their customers. Never. All Apple does is take. They never give anything. Hell, the only thing I ever seen Apple give is like, what? Do you get like a 2% back if you have like an Apple card? You get like 3% back if you buy Apple products. You get 2% back from using Apple Pay. I mean, that's about it. And even that still goes all to Apple anyway. So what the hell? I have never seen Apple do anything for their customers. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Two phones to Apple. They gave Apple TV Plus for free. That is true, but I would almost argue that was more out of necessity than actually Apple being having goodwill. They had to give away Apple TV Plus for free. Otherwise, nobody would have downloaded it. So, I mean, I get you. You're right. But if we're being painfully honest, if Apple did not give away Apple TV Plus for free, nobody would download it. Nobody would have downloaded that stuff. Nobody. So they had to do it, and that's why they did that. But again, other than Apple TV Plus for free for a year or whatever, Apple has never given back to their customers, man, ever. They don't do it. And the thing is, they don't have to. I mean, they make good products. They have excellent customer service, and that's fine. But as far as just giving back to the customers like Samsung does, Samsung is just whooping Apple's ass all over the playground with that. Apple does none of that. Samsung does all of it, and I love it. Jiffer, I would highly disagree. Giving incentive to your customers is not bad marketing. It's actually very good marketing. It makes people want to it makes people establish more brand loyal, and it makes people want to actually check out your brand. I don't think it's hurting Samsung to give out Samsung credit to shop Samsung. I don't think that's bad marketing at all, dude. I would vehemently disagree with that sentiment. That is not the way. Let's see, Janosen, can you imagine if Apple had the trade-in program Samsung had? For example, I think the max trade-in value to put towards an Ultra was $750. Imagine if I had that for my 5, 12, 11 iPhone 11 Pro Max. I mean, yeah, but Apple doesn't do things like that. I mean, I think only thing that they do is if you're in the iPhone upgrade program, then maybe, but Apple normally doesn't do stuff like that. They don't do it. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, wow. Tish has never purchased an Apple product. What? You are like a rare breed. Wow. That is quite surprising. I don't even know if I believe you all the way, but I don't even know if I believe you, but I don't really want to say you're lying either, but that's crazy. Like, wow, okay. That's interesting. All right. Yeah, I mean, this might be one point where me and Dwayne agree. I mean, if you want to talk about marketing, Samsung has some of the best marketing out of anybody. I mean, they might be right behind Apple because Apple's marketing is just ridiculous. But Samsung is right there with Apple in terms of marketing, man. Because Samsung, they know what they're doing with that. They do it well. Let's see. I mean, I'm not disputing that Steve Jobs said that, but we know that Steve Jobs wasn't always right either. And I would argue that that's one of the times where he was wrong. Giving back to your customers is not bad marketing at all. It builds trust with the customer. I mean, anything that builds trust with the customer is a win. It's not bad. Let's see. When you give things away to customers, they learn from you and start to expect things less than want a business. Never giving anything away free. It's actually taught in school. Okay, but again, Samsung's not really giving away anything away for free. They are giving away perks when people buy. So you don't get the perk unless you buy Samsung products. So it's not given away for free. It's just a perk of pre-ordering their phone. So no, they're not giving. Obviously, Samsung's not giving anything away for free. Obviously, I mean, you don't get any of those perks unless you put down $1,400. Actually, no, I'll take that back. You don't get any of those perks unless you put down at least $1,000 for an S20, S20 Plus, or S20 Ultra. So no, it doesn't. It's not free. If you want these perks that they're giving away this year, or they're adding on to these orders, you got to pay at least $1,000. So it's not free. It ain't free at all. You're right. Samsung phones are definitely a small part. I mean, Samsung sells washers, dryers, computers. Hell, they have a big ass refrigerator. They have a big computer disguised as a refrigerator that they call a family hub. It actually has an operating system. I've seen this thing at Best Buy. This big refrigerator thing is a computer disguised as a refrigerator. It's called a hub. It has an operating system and it has internet. So yes, I am well aware that Samsung sells everything and they have their hands in everything and everywhere. So Samsung is legit. Now, Michael Pepper bringing in the hard facts here. Michael Pepper highlights how Samsung makes more money from Apple than they make from their own phones, which is true. Because I don't know how many of you guys are aware, but the displays on these newer iPhones, Samsung makes them. And Samsung charges Apple a pretty penny. So imagine how many iPhones sell per year, and Samsung makes money off of all of them. All of them. So yes, when Michael Pepper tells you that Samsung makes more money off of Apple than Samsung makes off of their own smartphone business, he's not exaggerating. He's 100% right. It's a crazy thing, but yeah, Samsung makes bank off of Apple. They make bank. Two phones since he thinks Samsung was a car manufacturer first. Uh, I remember watching a Mr. Hoostoff video about this. I think yeah, they definitely weren't in the technology realm. They definitely were not doing technology first. I forget what they were doing first, but it definitely was not technology. Let's see. Jiffer says, when Samsung gives you $200 Samsung bucks and they say $50, 50 of your USD money, you can get our $250 earbuds. That's because the earbuds are actually less than $50 to make. You're probably right, but I mean, like I said, you don't get that $200 unless you put down at least 1,000 American dollars, and that's before taxes. That's before taxes. And as Jadothan points out, Samsung makes displays, storage chips, possible RAM chips, other input output in the iPhone. Samsung parts, yes. Samsung makes bank. Samsung makes all the ish. They make all the ish. Dwayne said when the whole Note 7 battery thing went down, they gave away so much stuff to the people that had a Note 7. That helped them a lot as far as building trust with customers. Absolutely, they had to do that. They lost so much trust with that, and they put people's lives in danger with that. So they had to get that customer trust back. And shout out to them, they largely gotten it back. Like that's a different. Like I don't know if you all understand how difficult of a thing that's to come back from. Like that Note 7 fiasco was major, and it was major in all the wrong ways. That Note 7 put people's lives in jeopardy with those things catching fire and exploding. You know it's major when they're not even allowed on airplanes. So it was major. But somehow Samsung, and at first they fumbled a little bit in their initial response, but once they figured it out, they almost 100% got all their customer trust back. So they handled that beautifully after initially fumbling it, but they handled it beautifully. Tish said Samsung makes a very good home range oven. I believe it. I believe it. Like I said, Samsung makes everything, man. There's not too much stuff that Samsung does not make. They literally make everything. Make all the things, and it's cool, man. It's cool. I love it. Let's see what we got. Didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. Like Dwayne said, most companies would have been done after that Note 7 thing, but not Samsung. They stayed in there. They took their hit and they came back. All right, let's see. The battery power is the diminution of a brand value. Never give away the product. Samsung, Apple never had Samsung. Same reason their iPhones don't drop per year in price. Brand worth more. Well, Apple also spends a lot of money to make the best possible iPhone by putting the best possible parts in there, and they support iPhone for a longer period of time. So there's a lot more to it than just Apple having more brand value. But I mean, they have more brand value too. But anybody that says that Samsung is devaluing their brand by adding perks onto the pre-order, I'm going to argue with you on that one. That I don't see that. But I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think Samsung is hurting because they have perks. I mean, like I said, if anything, that helped them out, especially given their recent history. So anything that they can do to ensure customer goodwill is a win for Samsung. Yo, that Samsung fridge is legit, bro. If I had room and money, I would have one, but that thing's legit. All right, but it is hold on, let me try to check on here before I let go. But yeah, I appreciate you all rocking with me tonight, man. This has been quite the stream. Started off talking about one thing, and then we went to a completely like different topic and whatnot. But it's cool though. I mean, I rock with y'all. Y'all are legit, man. That's what's up. Oh my god, wow. YouTube is not letting me be great. That's all I'm saying. Like I put out a video on the main channel talking about the WWDC and the impact of the coronavirus. I didn't even say coronavirus. I said beer flu, and the video got demonetized. Like, come on, YouTube, give me a break, bro. Give me a break. Why are you hating on me? They are hating on me, and the video still demonetized because apparently you just can't talk about anything that's real world on YouTube. Otherwise, demonetized. It's ridiculous. Yep, still demonetized. Unbelievable. But I gotta get to work in the morning, so I'm gonna let y'all go. But before we get out of here, you guys have not watched tonight's video, I talk about whether Apple would cancel WWDC this year or not due to the effect of that coronavirus. I don't really care anymore, but yeah. No, Janosis, he that wasn't it. What happened, Janosis, is that he had a article that had coronavirus spelled out during the video, and that's why he got demonetized. He didn't get demonetized by saying beer flu. He got demonetized because he had coronavirus. He had the text spelled out on the article, and the algorithm caught that. So, yeah, it's crazy. But I just posted the link to tonight's video in the chat. If you guys can go give that a watch, I would highly recommend that if you want to know my thoughts on the possibility of WWDC potentially being canceled. Tonight's video is it. I'll paste it again. It's right there for you guys. Please go check it out. Greatly appreciate you guys rocking with me tonight. As you know, I will be back tomorrow night for Friday Night Vibe because that's the prime time live stream. That's what I do. And yeah, I will see you guys in about a little under 24 hours for Friday Night Vibe. But until tomorrow night, baby, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.